Ah, boys, we done just fucked up.
In today's video, we're at Sydney Dragway. That was nuts.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, we're going to rip into this starter motor and try and get it swapped out. I know it's going to be a bit of a pain of a job, but we're just going to freaking full send it and hope to get into it. Now, I've already got the wagon jacked up and already in the air and everything, ready to go. But in the mail, something awesome just turned up from Nelson Granger over at Billet Buttons, and he made me this custom plate, which looks freaking sick. And if you can't guess what this is for, then I'm gonna bloody show you. So this is to go in front of the injector hat, like that. Boom. Now we have a cover for event, like for traveling and going to events. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm going to, because it is only just thin plastic, I am going to put a cover on the back of that, so like metal of some sort to get it and make it stiff. Now I'm gonna get foam, like a high density foam that fits in here really solid. And then I'll find some way to make it so that it attaches, whether it just like a slight small bungee cord that just goes around these on both sides and affix it through the back somehow. But then, so pretty much going to any event, instead of having that ugly black wrap that we used to have, like the cling wrap type of stuff, which I like, it is good and it is effective and it does work, but it's annoying having to put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. And like, it just, like, I want the car to look cool when it's on the trailer, and that makes it look, I don't know, kind of half-assed. So with having this on there, like, it's just gonna make it look really nice and really cool, and just a nice little block-off plate. And I knew that Nelson would be able to do an awesome job at it, because I wouldn't have to make the measurements, because I know that I'd do a shit job, because he has an injector hat like this. It's just like the smaller version, like the shorter version, for his big ute that he's building, for his big block. So I just asked him if he could measure it up, whack the picnic logo in the middle, and now, yeah, this thing should look pretty sweet when it's rolling down the road, going to events, blocking it off and looking awesome. So yeah, that looks freaking sweet, and I'm super freaking happy with that, and it looks so freaking cool. And now to completely block it off while we're driving down the road. Alrighty, so no more chatting about this. This will be probably next week's job. I would make everything for this and maybe even paint it so that it matches the injector hat or something like that. We'll put this away now and we'll jump under the car and we will start ripping out this starter. Alrighty, so it is really tight under here, but I relaxed all the studs for the headers up the top so I can move them. Now I've just zip tied them to the chassis rail just here so it pulls them out of the way. So I've got all this extra room to get up to this bolt just here. So this shouldn't be too much of a nightmare. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Alrighty, I'll figure out whatever size that is. Looks like probably be like 11 or 12 mil. We'll try and get this bitch out. Okay, so thanks to being able to, like the idea of just undoing all the studs so I could rotate the headers out of the way. It's already out. The hardest part was actually just getting all the cables off this back, like off the nut. And the good thing, like, if that's where that mounts, and that's where that mounts, like, you've got the terminals here instead of at the top. It's gonna be so much easier to get them back on. Yeah, this should be freaking awesome. It's good to compare them. Sorry, camera died. Don't know if, like, I wanna use that stock heat shield, but then I also wanna use I might wanna heat wrap it too, because that's like one thing that people say is a massive killer. So it seems though that's close to the engine. Maybe all around this surface I'll heat wrap it. All right, I might do that. So luckily I have some Car Builders exhaust header wrap and stuff like that. So I do want to do the headers at some point anyways, but while I've got this stuff out, this stuff especially is probably like the perfect thickness to just do a couple little laps around there. They even supply the tires. This is like the best stuff you can get in the business. So I'll link this down in the description where you can get the Car Builders exhaust header wrap and everything, because this stuff is incredible. And unlike most other ones that you don't need to soak this in water to be able to get it to conform. So big plus. So I've now wrapped the whole thing in heat wrap. I want to use the stock heat shield still, just so you got maximum heat shield, but I don't know where you could freaking put it, because I did look at it before I heat wrapped it, and the only spots that you've got, where I've already put a bolt just in there. So I could probably just bolt it in and wrap it around, have a look at which way it'll sit in there. It's pretty much the only way I can see it. Might just be the just be what I gotta do. Maybe I'll dummy fit, see how it sits, and see if I could bend the heat shield to fit where I want it to. Alrighty, so with heat wrapping, and then also like the good thing about this is you can change the angle of the plate. So if you need to rotate the starter motor at all for it to fit so that it suits different headers, different applications, because with my headers the way that they are under there, with it how it came out of the box, it wouldn't have fit. So we've rotated it, and still we have a clearance issue just here, but I'll get under there and show you. So this tab just here, it fouls on it. Like, this is on the block side, doesn't go to anything, it's not used anymore. So I'm gonna try and grind it down like at least halfway or so, just so that when it bolts back up to these holes, it's not fouling on this or hitting on it. So I'll grind that down, then we should be good to install it, chuck the wires on, and we're good to go. Alrighty, I tried to do my best at blocking things off so that no metal shavings or anything can get like anywhere, like shielding everything. So I guess we kind of just go full send. Just gotta make sure I can actually get up there. Ah, boys, we done just f***ed up. Literally at the end of the job, bolting the motherfucker in. And she got tight, then she got loose. Isn't that a fucking cunt? Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to go to Bunnings and tap out a new thread. Woo! God, that sucks. So, I don't know if you can see it now, but I've just dropped the starter back down and looked at it, and we've done a good job of stripping it, which really freaking sucks, because now I'm gonna have to try and tap that out, which is very annoying. Literally right when we're at the end of the job too, which is the most annoying part, like normal.
So how's it going?
Really not good.
How not good?
Like really, really not good.
Is this like a today we can fix or tomorrow?
It's gonna be a tomorrow thing at this rate. Yeah, not gonna be able to fix it right now. We did like one of the biggest things you don't want to do, which is stripping the threads out of a bolt hole, and the worst thing is it's on the engine block. So I was really silly, because the thing that I was doing is like the thing that you should really never do, especially when you're playing with an alloy block, is I did the sacrilege thing and I used the Uggadugs. Now, I did actually like thread in the bolt a couple times, and I wasn't trying to send it in there. It's just because I couldn't get my hands in there to turn it, I was just trying to slowly put it in. But the Uggadugs still obviously had too much torque, and it was just slowly, and then just completely loose. And I was just like, oh shit. So it's all right, it's not the end of the world. The good thing about it being alloy is it's going to be really easy to tap a new thread back in there. But we're gonna have to go and get a tap. So I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow, which isn't gonna be able to be done today. So at least so that there's something in the video, I'll show you what I've been building for the dash so that we can get that taco in there. Because yeah, this job's gonna have to kind of just sit here the way that it is right now, kind of thing. Alrighty, so got the dash here, like the standard dash. I've taken like just the plastic off the front, and with just playing around with it, I was like, shit, they look really bloody close. So we're taking this shroud off, and then getting rid of all the electronics from there. And then, hang on, I'll prop it up on something. And then with having the standard dash shroud, this is literally made to fit and like push fit into the dash. Like, how perfect is that? You literally, like, I couldn't have planned that better. And then from there, we've got one shift light, and then the second shift light that came with it. So they're both red, but this one obviously is a lot smaller than this one. So I know you're not gonna be looking at the actual taco very often. So I plan on having this one down in this bottom corner, like obviously nice and neat and everything, and looking very nice, like, I don't know, down here or something. And then having this one either in the center in that hole there, or in the center of like this speedo, so that it kind of like makes it symmetrical and fills it out a little bit. Or, because it's like roughly the same size as that, I'll just put it in this hole just here. And then, so if you ever have the chance, you can look here so you can actually get like a sense of how fast it's revving, so you can kind of get a feel for it more. And then also you've got two very distinct lights that'll be quite far away from each other, and are very distinct to be able to tell which is which, because one's a bright LED. This is an LED, but it has that more of a halogen look, and it's going to be a lot bigger and not as bright, I guess you'd say. So it'll be very easy to tell which one's which, and then that's going to sit perfectly in the dash. And then I'm just going to put like a black piece of alley gloss behind it so that it all looks neat. And then it should look bloody sick. And this has like 4 colors. It's like green, blue, red. I don't think it's white. I think there's another color. It could be white. So I'm thinking of running with, like, I'll run a cool color or something on it, but it should be freaking sweet then. It'd be cool if you could program the colors on it so that like I could have like blue all in this rev range, and then it gets to like orange when I'm getting up there, and then it's like red around here so that you know that you're about to hit limiter kind of thing. Just as many things as possible so that you just have like a little bit of indication. And then also I thought, from watching back on some videos, I was noticing that when you kind of go flat foot, and when you're off the brake and everything, I noticed a little bit that the car somewhat bogs. So I wanted to be able to give the ability. So I did have this bracket kind of like this. So it was kind of just like, that was full throttle, and that was as far as it could possibly go. Now you can get it to there. It's not much, but with the amount of extra air that can get through there, it is actually heaps, and it is a lot. So still have like maximum throttle control, and it doesn't actually open up all the way, and it's still like only to there. But it'll make it so that if I feel like it's bogging or something, you just chuck your foot down and freaking Bob's your uncle, send her to Jim's dad's brother. So I'm going to start working on wiring up the dash and everything, and just making it so that it looks nice. It's going to only be a couple wires, which is really nice. I'm going to start working on that maybe tonight or something, if not to like tomorrow. Oh no, because tomorrow I'll do the starter. But I hate not being to finish one of the projects that we started, but I just assumed that I would have had the starter in. And then out of you can't even call that a rookie mistake. It's just a dumb mistake. Like telling people that I stripped a bolt on an alloy block because I used an Uggadug, like that's like shame on you type thing. So more fool me. Like I did thread it a couple times. I was only going slow, but like with soft alloy and everything like that, what can you expect? It's my fault. But being alloy, it'll be really easy to tap out a new hole. And then I just got to get a bigger bolt for it. So it'll be in tomorrow, and it'll be fine. But yeah, that's where I'm going to wrap up today's video. So I'll catch you guys in the next one, it may not be Thursday because I'm working days, Wednesday, Thursday. So it may be Friday. I know everything's always up in the air, but at least I'll always try to make it so I'm uploading Monday at least. But there will be another upload this week. So get keen for it, guys. I'll catch you in the next one, which should be Friday, 6 p.m. Be there or be square. Alrighty, guys. Peace. There's nothing that we got in common. I've been out grinding and hustling, investing this paper, got tired of eating that ramen. All of my music be heat, I ain't missing a beat. I've been blessed with impeccable timing. Watch all them people who friendly, it turn into envy whenever they see that you shining. Okay, I'm